Listen, bro. Is it me, yeah? Or is Boris Johnson and Matthancock, mate? They are moving mad out here, fam.
Yo,
they are moving like all them Nigerian politicians
They're
and that.
moving like third world country.
Bro, what's going on? They're moving like all them African politicians, bro.
yo, it's mad.
Like, to be funny though, all these things happen everywhere. That's what it shows. Though.
But
it's just, they're good at hiding there.
But they got
that's
exposed
my
this
point,
time.
though. It's so flagrant right now, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's so flagrant. If you think about it, because I was watching on TV, yeah, they were talking about he paid his man. No, his man gave him 50 bags for him to renovate his house. In return, he's gonna give the guy like bad contracts and everything. You know what I'm saying?
So,
I was
like
thinking,
mates rates kind of thing.
bro.
That's what they're trying to prove. Obviously, that's what comes with politics. Favors in high places. It's not new. Yes, in Africa, places like Nigeria and co, there's a lot of conversations about that because it's openly done, and people expect, once you've got a friend in power, it's about time you're about to be a millionaire.
Yeah.
But when you come to the Western world, people expect that things like that don't happen, but it's a lie. It happens all the time. However, because the system runs a lot better than it does in developing countries, people don't put their eyes on that. If not for social media and our 24-hour media cycle, this wouldn't be news in 1993.
That's true, though.
Very true.
You're right. That's true.
1987 with the prime minister then and all of those guys she had her son was caught up in a coup d'etat somewhere in Africa.
Yeah, that's mad still.
In Africa,
that's mad.
Spending hundreds of millions of pounds to try to get a government elected only because he wanted to be the main contract guy, Margaret Thatcher's son.
All
They
right.
had to fly
Didn't
him
even
back.
know.
They put him in
You see that, like you're saying, all right, because
They had to go
like
prison
no
because
one's talking about it.
They found him guilty. They found him guilty. They locked him up. So the ex-prime minister, obviously, she cried to the government. My son's in jail in Africa. Let's go get him. So they had to go get him based on MI6 British power thing.
Of course,
Wow.
He would
That's
have
a
died
movie.
in prison. Yeah, because he was funding. A
Fucking coup in there.
government.
Yo,
So
I did
that's
not
what
know
they do.
this.
So they do that all over the place, and in systems like in places like the UK and the United States of America, where politics has a lot more eyes on them, they try to find other ways
To do it.
to give people money. Like, I'm not able to fund, to give you money over the counter. So when you're launching your book, I'm gonna buy 1 million copies.
Yeah,
I'll do it that kind of way.
Yeah.
Invite you to come and speak at my fundraising dinner and pay you £500,000. That's what Tony Blair does. Tony Blair gets paid. At the time when he left the office, he was getting paid 500,000 bags.
Yeah, he was.
That's
for-
crazy,
for
bro.
speeches.
Because he was
David Cameron.
quite good at it, wasn't he? He went places everywhere you see him.
He's
speaking
an
there.
expert, bro, isn't it?
David Cameron, that's why he got entangled in some
yeah.
heat the last couple of weeks, because he became a director of a company where the owner of that company, I believe, used to be an advisor to him when he was a prime minister.
Okay.
So when he stepped down as prime minister, they took him in as a director. Now, the financial crisis over the last 12 months hit the company bad, and they wanted to get some government funds. This OPPE loans and all of that stuff, save your furlough scheme. Of course, they have an ex-prime minister on their books. Why don't you give the new chancellor and the prime minister a call and make sure that our company gets the money? So he gave them a phone call, send them WhatsApp messages, boom. That hits the public space that the ex-prime minister was trying to pressure the councillor and the prime minister to get money for the private company that he's now a director of.
That is crazy, bro.
So I saw the text when he came. It was mad.
It's the same thing.
That is crazy, because if you look at it, right? But then this is the difference here, though, right? Here, when they find out and they are questioning the prime minister or whoever it is, right? He knows that his job is on the line.
Yes.
Right? He knows that his job is on the line. So his job is to find a way to be like, nah,
To
this
let it go
not.
away.
Yeah, to obviously let it go away. But then in Nigeria or in Africa, it's quite different. Because I was watching some politician, right? This was in Nigeria, and he was asked like, do you think that you collect bribes and do you think you're bad, whatever, right? And my mom was like, the thing is, I can say that I'm not perfect. The money that I'm collecting, how this is to take care of my mom, for my mom to go on medical bills and everything.
To be honest with you,
Mama was saying it on national TV, bruv.
It's not because of the system. It's because of the mentality. It's a different thing.
Because they are not held on.
Where we're coming from, we naturally believe that once you get into political power and you get into government, the next thing is to enrich your pockets and enrich your family and close friends. Naturally, it's an acceptable behavior. Whereas if it comes to the policy, it's a different thing. In South Africa, the ex-president was dragged through the mud for spending over $1 million or whatever to renovate his own private house. And they dragged him. He was one of the most powerful guys, He became president after Thabo Mbeki. I forget his name.
Zuma, wasn't it?
Zuma, yeah.
If you Google Zuma now, the investigation is still carrying on. They're not playing. He might not go to jail. He might not get in trouble.
But they're going to drag him.
Quiet.
They drag him.
They're dragging him. If you look at Nigeria as well, even though nothing will happen, people would. But there are policies there that are supposed to take care of this type of misbehaviors. However, the mindset is completely different. You're looking at, people that 99% of the time, everybody's doing the same thing. I was watching a video I saw on social media yesterday where a police officer was trying to get a bribe from a commuter in Ekiti State, and the commuter was saying, listen, I don't have any cash. Can I transfer you the money? And the police officer was adamant that I want cash.
I think I saw that video.
Yeah, I'm not
transfer,
taking no risk.
Yeah, like how am I going to eat and everything? Yeah, how am I going to eat? Yeah, now.
Well, so it's the order of the day. Yeah, it is the order of the day.
It's because of the mentality. That's where we've come from. That's how things have run. There are policies and systems in place to deal with those types of behavior, but everybody that you want to engage to deal with that type of behavior is engaging in that situation as well. And they have excuses from here to Pakistan to back that.
Wow.
So it's a difficult world, it's a sad state of affairs. It's great to see it happen in the theater here at the Prime Minister's office and see how they're dealing with it. But you and I both know, number one, it's almost like 9.9% certain that he's not going to lose his job. His power, his party is in power. They have steered the country during arguably the most difficult times in the last 20 years. His popularity amongst the public is riding high. The opposition have been battered to a pulp for the past 20
Nothing
years.
is going to happen to him,
Yeah, Labour is nowhere, yeah.
What this can do is probably just be a chink in the armor and soften him up a little bit. So when it's time for the opposition to have a little bit more strength,
they can say,
they can. But with regards to this thing, going nowhere. 50 bags.
I swear, ain't the votes coming on? Is it Thursday?
Yeah, for Mayor of London.
Yeah. It's Mayor of London.
Yeah, for the Mayor of London.
It's Mayor and the local election. So what the opposition, the Labour Party and co are trying to say is, this is an example of Tory cronyism and
this is what they
taking
do.
care of their friends and just enriching the Ethiopian boys and Oxford University, Cambridge, all of that. If you want to go back to a system where we care about the people, start voting for opposition from the local elections, such as the mayoral situation, and hopefully when we get to a general election, we'll be strong enough to get these guys out.
Right.
That's the approach.
Right.
I reckon
It's
that's
kind of
happening.
old now. We've heard it time and time again. It's always
It
happens that they say that, then it's the same.
I reckon Labour again, though. I reckon.
It's a popularity
eventually.
contest. A lot of people don't understand that. Politics is a PR stunt.
100%.
The person
Most
that's
of the
most
time,
popular and most likable eventually gets elected in. So regardless of what the general public think, if you've done a great job at marketing yourself, Boris Johnson was the first Conservative in years that people from the other line actually felt like voting for. because he had a successful PR run from being mayor of London and making a fool of himself.
Yeah, that's the thing, though, isn't it? Yeah.
Having 6 or 7 kids out of wedlock. And
Mama's a player, you know.
so he's doing his thing.
Nah, he's out there. He's
No,
out
he's
there,
got
bro.
that email.
Nah,
And
he's
he was
wild,
having an
bro.
affair as well. He had some
He's wild,
mistress
bro.
or something
He's
as well.
wild,
Yeah.
bro. He's wild. But let's double back to the whole Nigerian thing. What do you think, from your own perspective? Because at the end of the day, we are not politicians, and everything, you know. What do you think that Nigeria needs to do? Because we are looking at Ghana making moves.
Yeah.
You know, the CEO of Twitter.
Yeah.
You know, he now has his thing in Ghana and everything. Ghana's looking nice out here in the, you know, all over the
International
world.
community.
Right?
I've said that a couple
Yeah. So what do you think Nigeria has to do, man?
Leadership.
Because we got to do something.
Leadership. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do if your leaders lack ideas, if they lack understanding of what's going on in the world, if they lack empathy on what the problems that the people are facing, if they can't connect with what everybody else is doing around the world, if you've got leaders that are, you know, they're 40 years late, you know, they're stuck in 1987. You know, these are leaders that don't understand that the younger generation, that, you know, the young guys and girls of today, you know, they are the job creators. They are the inspiration to the future leaders. They are everything. You don't have to be in the office 9 to 5 with a tie around your neck to make an income and pay your tax.
Yeah.
They have to understand that, you know, just sitting down waiting for oil to come out of rivers and stuff, that's all. No. Job creation, one.
Yeah.
You know, they have to look at other areas of job creation, the IT sector, the internet, you know. Things have changed.
A lot of things have changed,
Number
bro.
2, you have people that need ideas, man. You know, you have to engage the young folk. You have to engage the
Because
young
we have the brains.
We have everything.
We have everything, bro.
Human resources like nowhere else in the world. We have, you know, resilience that I don't believe any other country can boast of.
No.
Probably only China, because a lot of the recent generation, the generation over the last 40 years, have been born into instability, poverty, and knowing struggle for life.
Yeah.
So we take it in our stride.
100%.
We go everywhere else in the world and excel because of the fact that we came up in an unstable situation.
Yeah.
So Nigeria has what it takes apart from leadership. So we need to find a way to ensure that this old, you know, archaic, eagle-eyed guys don't get into power and only take care of themselves and get private jets and fly here to London and their kids be looked at as celebrities when they've done absolutely nothing.
Fuck all, mate. Because
But just, you know, just eat off mommy and daddy's money that they've stolen from the government. You know? And, you know, because of poverty again, it's put Nigerians into positions where we look at you, we know where you've got your money from, but because we're in desperate positions, we still have to hail you and bow
Try and
to
collect
you
something.
just because we need to survive. So when people have to survive, you know, they would allow anything.
a lot of things.
And I think that's a tool as well. That they actually, I think these politicians know that poverty is.
It's a tool.
It is a tool, I think, because
They want
they're
to
using
keep
it.
people in
They
place
want to
and in
keep
line and
people in
stuff.
check, like keep them down there, always wanting. Because I don't see why. Okay, say the NSAS. Okay, let's see for when's the next election again? 23, isn't it?
23, yeah.
Let's see what that NSAS would. Because I don't think.
But I don't think that's going to do. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to do nothing, bro.
At one point, when do we now have that mentality shift? Like you mentioned mentality now.
I think.
So when does that shift happen?
I think the shift happened. There is no way in the world that the Nigerian government will believe that young, jobless, and those that have jobs will stand up one day and let the world be aware of the problem.
What's going
they
on?
never believe that they will come. So what we saw with the NSAS movement was a wake-up call.
That listen.
Yes, it's going to take
do
a
this.
lot more of that. However, now they know that there's some form of power that can happen.
Yeah.
And because of that, you're going to get 1, 2, 3, or 4 potential criminal leaders that might have a change of heart and be like, yo, I don't want them coming to loot my house
Yeah.
and kidnapping my kids. These young folk that I'm looking at in my streets, when the vultures do turn on us,
Bro, it is going
Nowhere
to
to
be.
run.
Yeah, they're coming.
so some of them will change. You know, those that live in the city, Lagos, Ibadan, you know. Of course, those in the north, they don't care. They've kept the people in such
They've
poverty
suppressed them, innit? Yeah, they
that
suppressed
the
them
people
right now.
can't even see beyond that. So
Yeah.
I think the NSAS movement was fantastic. It just showed the young people that they do have a voice. They can use it if they came together. But it will take a lot more of that to eventually make a massive change in 2023. And for me, I think another thing that people don't say a lot that I've always wanted to say is that I believe that we need a crooked former leader to have a change of heart.
Yeah,
And say,
somebody.
you know what?
Yeah.
The $10 billion
We've done
I
enough,
stole, I'm ready to invest it in bringing young leaders forward. That's all we need.
Yeah.
We're going to have to say, let bygones be bygones. This guy was crooked. He stole so much money, but he decides to say, do you know what? I'm going to back these young people with that.
He needs to
and
come
make a
from the
change.
top there. I see your point.
because
Yeah,
It's got
I
to.
see your point. I see
It's
your
got to.
point.
It's
have
got
the
to.
money
It's
fight
got to.
those guys.
We don't.
It's got
And
to.
then
It's
hopefully
got to.
others will follow suit,
That's
kind of
it.
thing. Yeah.
Somebody said to
Yeah.
me, someone said to me that what this guy did in Ghana, Jerry Rollins,
Killing everybody.
yeah, that you know, if we're not careful, a time will come when someone might just rise up one
They've
day.
broken the system down. That would have happened even during the NSAS movement. Of course, that's if that was 30 years ago. That instantly, that's military regime. They're
Easy.
coming in straight.
Easy.
The people are not happy.
Yeah.
Boom. The next thing will be my countrymen, my fellow countrymen, due to instability in the country.
taking
We are here.
They're taking over.
That's it.
You know, but the system has been broken down so much. It's impossible now going forward to have young military men or women that would decide to step into that type of role, because you have a situation where all the presidents we've had were ex-military men.
Yeah, of course.
In trying to secure their position as presidents, they broke the teeth of the up-and-coming military guys.
Right.
Retired other threats to their positions.
Right.
Put them out of their jobs just to keep themselves safe.
Yeah, yeah,
Obasanjo
yeah.
did the same. Buhari came in, retired all the
No,
pumps.
this guy, they've got the army on lock.
So they
of
just
course,
they
yeah.
just straight away just made this, you know, this army, made them impotent, made them toothless. You know, they had an ex air marshal or whatever. He was assassinated 2 years ago.
Oh, shit, man.
Killed by the roadside. You
Wow.
know? Yeah, until tomorrow, ain't nobody. He was ex-minister for aviation or something, proper chief of army staff or whatever. They killed him like a dog on the side of the road. Till tomorrow, we don't know who killed him. So they just picked all the opposition,
Yeah.
whatever the problem is,
Yeah.
retired them, fired them, and
Yeah.
that's it. So to now get people that would have to have that type of clout, get to that level and say, okay, they can put
Let's
a
do
couple
things.
guys together and say, yo, let's go for the head.
Nah, they're not gonna do that.
That's not gonna happen.
They're not gonna do that, man.
It's too
Be
tough.
hard.
That's
Yeah.
mad. That's mad. That's
They're
mad.
gonna need some bad guys that are ready to die. Storm on the, you know, that is too much. It's
Yeah,
too
no,
much.
it's too much.
Too many, and then there's too much risk. How many people are you gonna be speaking about that kind of stuff to?
Yeah, of
You don't
course.
know who's
That would
gonna
be
believe
agreeing.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the
That's
thing,
true,
because
you
people
know.
are hungry, innit? You know what I mean? Like someone will just go to straight to the back and be like, "Listen, this is what you guys want to do. How much you gonna give me?"
They can't do that.
True.
I
You
think
know?
we've gone past that. What we just want, where we are, is a powerful person with a change of heart. That's all we need.
Yeah, man.
We need a
Makes
crook
sense.
that's a repentant crook that's got money in the bag.
yeah.
Like, you know what? Decides to back somebody that he knows is genuine with his love for his people,
Yeah.
ready to do some amazing things. You know, the president of Ghana, nobody's looking at his pocket. You know
Because he's
why?
doing stuff.
Because he's working.
He's working, man.
Comes to the
That's
UK,
it.
he brings the banks together, come invest in my country. He goes back home, he makes sure the electricity, he's trying to invest in that. He's trying to bring all the expatriates from everywhere in the world. A lot of Ghanaians that are born and raised in the UK and America have moved back to Ghana.
Lot of
Bro, a
them.
lot of people are
Set up a
moving back to
business.
Ghana, man. A lot of people, man.
So
I think the
Maybe-
they've got
maybe
the
easy.
PR,
Yeah.
the
a lot of people are
rebranding
moving back
is
to
smart.
Ghana, man. You
That's
know,
it. That's all you need to do. What Nigeria's had for 10 years due to the Afrobeats community, every Christmas doing concerts and inviting people from around the world to come home. Ghana went hard for 2 years, did the year of return.
That's it.
Opened the doors to everybody and overtook Nigeria.
just like that. You
and
know what I
everybody
mean?
else in
Like,
Africa.
it's mad.
That's Ghana is the place to be now.
Ghana is the place to be. Like the last 3 years right now.
Is a country.
Wow.
Ghana is one of the countries that slavery, people were stolen from,
Yeah.
including Nigeria and all the other
Yeah, it
parts.
was like a
Right.
gateway.
But
It was.
Ghana decided to say to the black community outside of Africa that we will offer you a home. So you want to come back home? You want to know where your ancestors were stolen from?
The year return.
We've got it here.
Wow.
When you come home, we'll take you to the
We'll show
to
you.
point of no return. We'll take you to the slave castle. We'll take you to where all those places that you've been dying to see where your ancestors came from. And that's to black people in America, Southern America, and everywhere else in the world. So if you don't have a home, don't worry about that. Just come to Ghana and we will offer you a home. So
They played it
beat
good.
Everybody.
They played it good, man.
Definitely,
They definitely played it good,
definitely.
From the
man.
West Indies, everybody,
Yeah,
Popcorn,
yeah.
everybody's there.
Yeah.
Everyone
in
is there,
Slave
bro.
Dungeon, everybody's in the castle, laying reefs, being emotional. That's that.
That's it, man. They're doing it good,
Because,
man.
Our
Doing it good.
people in Nigeria just so dumb, slow,
Corruption,
very
man.
self-centered,
Corruption.
It's unbelievable. I think
uneducated,
wicked.
Some
To put
unfortunate,
wicked in there as
really.
well, because it takes a
They're
wicked
looking at
person
Ghana
to
being jealous.
exactly.
And making phone calls and saying, you've got entertainers that you should have pulled into close and made them official ambassadors. to
Of
do
course.
incredible stuff.
Of course, like Whiskey, Davido, all them guys, man. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, man, big up to Ghana still. You know, and we are always going to keep on praying for Nigeria, man.